think we're alone in this universe. You can think about being alone in, there are different perspectives you can take, right? And being alone is the same as being one. All right, we are alone because we are one. Which, to be alone in a room is to be the only person in that room. Is the contents of the people in the room is one. That's you. You are alone in the room. It's unity. Everything is connected. All right, and this is a thing that's said. You can find this in physics and you can find this in spirituality. And like, I'm a true believer that everything is connected and that nothing exists. Like, I believe that nothing doesn't exist. Like, nothing doesn't exist, and that all things are connected. What I mean by this is that, like, literally all things are connected. If there was like, okay, like if you had a box and you had an empty box, right? You took out everything out of it, and you took out the air, you took out the air molecules, you even took out gravitational fields and magnetic fields, you took out everything, right? What would there be? Would there be nothing in that box? And if there was nothing in that box, then how could that exist? It couldn't. It couldn't. Nothing can't exist. There can't be nothing inside of the box, like truly, like absolute. Like, yes, when we refer to nothing, when we talk about nothing, it's in reference, it's relative, it's in reference to something. Like, we have no money, there are 0 apples in my hands right now, you know, like, I have 0 eggs on top of my head. I don't know why I can't make an up example, but like, that's my example. Like, but it's only in reference to something. But when I'm talking about nothing in absolute terms, like all matter, by nothing I mean like anything to exist. Like, anything that exists is something. So matter, energy, space, time, mathematical laws, just anything. So for there to be nothing, it wouldn't exist. That's to say that, because if there's no space there, then, okay, let's say you had a box, right? You had a cube, right? And you had one side and you had another side, right? You wanted to get from point A to point B. Try to visualize this. But in this box, there's absolutely nothing there. There's no space, no time, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And by I don't mean no matter, no energy. There's no space, no time, no mathematical laws. If there's no space, then the length between point A and point B would be 0. So there'd be nothing. So it'd just be point A and point B would be tangent to one another. There'd be no distance between them. Like, well, or they'd be overlapping with each other. But the point is, nothing can't exist, and therefore, if nothing can't exist, then everywhere there is something. There's always something existed. Like, and okay, even from the physical standpoint, in physics, there is something called vacuum energy and virtual particles. It basically states that you can't have emptiness. You can't have a true vacuum. There's always going to be something there. Like, there's always going to be some form of energy present, and there's a minimum. There's a lowest amount of energy that can possibly exist in a given state, and it can't go below that, and it's always there. And so, quite literally, we are all connected by energy. Everything is not everything is energy, but we're all connected by energy. And right now, I'm not regarding space, time, and mathematical laws. I'm just regarding matter and energy. Even in matter and energy, in those terms, we are still connected by everything. There are in quantum mechanics. There's something called the Higgs field, and it basically gives rise to mass. Anything that interacts with this field and causes an excitation in this field creates mass. And, well, it gives it mass. And it's present everywhere in the universe. Everywhere in the universe it is present. I don't know about the singularity of black holes, but I don't know. No one fucking knows about that. But I don't know. They probably do. But yeah. There's always vacuum energy. That's the energy that is present when you remove all matter, particles, any radiation, any form of, like, any energy. Like, if you remove all particles from a system, from like a container, you remove all the particles, all the electron radiation, and like the magnetic field, plastic theory, you suck it all out. There will still be an energy, and in this sense, an energy is just an excitation in the field of space-time. It's not the field of space-time. It's in quantum fields. They're different. They're different fields. They're just like, I don't know. I don't understand it. It's just like small little bits. It's quantized. It's like small little units of, like, space, kind of, but they're fields. So, like, 3-dimensional sometimes. That's the thing. There can be higher dimensions. And, like, I feel like I'm talking about a lot of crazy stuff, but this, like, I hate that I can't speak about it in a mathematical or like a professional way. I can't speak about it like that's why I want to go to college to study like physics and cosmology, because I want to be able to understand this stuff, and I want to be able to, like, not just like be able to understand like the science. I want to understand the math behind it, and because this stuff is so interesting, and it's like it's literally bringing, like, sci-fi to reality. It's like, all this stuff is so fucking crazy and interesting. It just, like like I don't know, like all the things that like spiritualists believe in, and like all that crazy stuff, like and like theorists and like sci-fi net or whoever, I don't know what you call them, but like I like sci-fi, but like it brings so many things to reality that we thought that we thought we'd only dream of. So it's just so interesting, and I love it. And like other dimensions, by other dimensions, it's just like you can't even visualize it. It's I don't even know how to talk about it, but there's so many theories. There's emergent theory. There's the E8 lattice. There's string theory. It's just so interesting. And by alone, I'm getting so sidetracked, but please listen. But when I say we are all alone, and if you, I just want to say, like, if you're probably like tired or drained or just like kind of like zoning out. But if you are zoning out, just try to snap back in and really listen, because what I'm about to say, it's going to tie together, and I think it has a lot of meaning, and it's a big mind fuck. Like if you really think about it, and you just think about it deeply, and just really understand it for what it really is, and understand how big and how deep, and just like really let it sink in, it blows your socks off. When I say like we're alone, and if everything is connected and everything is one, there is no distinction. There is no me or you. We are all one thing. We're all part of this one universal mass. But we're not separate identities. We're connected to each other. We are not individuals. We think we are. We think we are. Sure, we can act independently of others and think independently of others, but we're part of one thing. We are connected. Just like, think about it, like, I don't know, I can't really think of an example, but when I think about this, what comes to mind are like Siamese twins, right? They're part of one body, but they're one. Are they one person, or are they are they one person or two people? You know, it's kind of like, is it one body and two minds? And it's kind of like this, like we have one. The idea of our body is really just a boundary set upon ourselves. It's just we have defined the boundary of our body and the rest of the universe, which, and it makes sense. I mean, but I think it's like the same things that connect me to my bed also connects to the air, and that connects to everything, and that connects to the entire quantum field of the entire universe. And I don't know. But yeah, that's the idea. That was, I mean, I was been done with it kind of, but like by that we're alone. There's only the universe. There's only the universe. The universe is all to exist. Therefore, it is the only thing that exists. It's alone. It's alone in an infinite expansion of itself. So, why would the universe? I'm just saying, if I were the universe and I were one singular being, which we are the universe, I would want to try to kind of like manipulate more, maybe gaslight, or just like create an illusion upon myself to make it feel like I have separate, distinct identities. The same way that like some people can have mental health conditions where they have multiple personalities, and they literally, in their own mind, they feel like they're just like they're multiple people. I can't explain it because I've never experienced that, but I've watched videos on it. It's just insane because there's like multiple individuals, and it's just like it's insane. And if I were the universe, I would want to create that illusion of of individuality so that I could experience myself. Because if I'm one being, you're alone. So it creates the illusion, but that doesn't mean that but keep in mind, it's only an illusion. It's an illusion. It's a perceptual illusion. It's not an illusion of understanding. We can understand it. We can't really experience it because we don't have the right mechanisms of perception to understand it. I don't even think that it's not even a function, or it's not even a possibility of life to even be able to experience what I'm talking about, like perceptually. We can only think about it. We can think about it. We can do math with it, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. But the universe would create. I would create. If I were the universe, I would create an illusion of individuality, so that I could have conversations with myself as an independent person of two distinct people, even though it's just myself. It's just one molded mass of my own self. I'm just creating this play, and that's what the universe is. and we are all part of the universe because that is the only thing to exist. The universe is one. Unity.